welcome back to Forza Motorsport 7 with another ridiculous car build. I am quite sick, but hopefully my voice is good enough, it seems good enough now, to record this video. And yeah, I like the Hoonigan Escort. It's quite a crazy little car, and my goal is to hopefully keep it with its stock engine, because the stock engine is amazing from Forza Horizon 3. Now, you can put the 4.5 liter V8 or the 3 liter V8 racing engine in it, but I'm going to try not to do that. My goal is to keep it with its stock engine just because that turbo does some impressive things. And as much as I want the rally lights, I want the snowplow that touches the floor. And I'm going to want a slightly different wing. Now, my concerns with this vehicle, of course we want mud flaps, the mythical drag-reducing mud flaps. That's a necessity. Concerns with this vehicle, well, it's going to have a lot of power. And its tire sizes aren't that great, 265s and 265s, yeah. Not the greatest tire sizes. It might be a little too light, weighs less than 1,800 pounds. So it's a very light car. We saw the original Escort, the Mark 1. That was very sideways. Now, this is a racing version, so it is a bit more tuned, has a bit better suspension, and bit better, aero and all that stuff. But it is a drift car. Drift cars are not exactly designed to go around fast, they're designed to go around sideways. And that's not good when you're trying to set a lap time. I might stick with this engine, I really want to. Yep, sticking with the engine, 680 horsepower. We're going to bring up to 714 horsepower in the Escort that weighs less than 2,000 pounds. In fact, it weighs 1920 pounds. I'm a little scared for this car. I know I've been using a lot of Escorts recently, but I've been putting this vehicle off for a long time. Either it's going to be amazing and just blitz the lap record, or it's going to be awful and it's going to be towards the bottom of the table. Alright, the Hoonigan Escort has to beat a 138.5 set by the Lancia Delta S4, and it's quite wheel spinny. It also has a lot of downforce. I looked at the tuning menu while I was loading in. It's got about 500 pounds of downforce, which is quite a lot for a car that weighs less than 2,000 pounds and has over 25% of its weight in downforce. That's that's Dodge Viper levels of grip. That's ACR Viper levels of speed. Now let's hope we can get to the lap time. It is a bit slidey, but we can actually go flat out. The Escort can go flat out. That's not something you see every day when you have 700 horsepower in a car that weighs almost half as much as a Fiesta. Well, I mean, you know, since the first lap doesn't really matter, I guess we can have some fun. You know, maybe. If I can drift it. It is on racing tires, which does not help drifting. But it does have twice the power of the original car. Exploring the track a tad bit. Can't get off of it now. Ooh. Yeah, it is quite wheel spinny in 4th gear and below. But once you get 5th gear, you can go flat out. I think this stands a pretty darn good shot of beating that Lancia. I think it's got a pretty good shot. Ooh, that's a tad bit of a corner cut, I will be honest. It's got a bit of a corner cut. Yeah, very sloppy run. Ooh. Back and kicked out a little bit more than I thought it would. 145.7 with a terrible lap. Should probably get at least 4 seconds off of that, if not more. Which puts us within range of the Delta. 145 miles an hour down there is very impressive, because you can get all of those horsepowers down. And then of course there's that turbo noise, because the turbo is massive on this car. How much boost does it provide? It provides 20 PSI of boost. That's quite impressive. That's Admittedly, the Lancia does provide 40 PSI, so it's got you beat there, Escort. I know you're both rally cars, but the Lancia has you beat there for sure. Because it's got a turbocharger and a supercharger, and you just got a turbo. A very big turbo, but still it's just a turbo. And this section here is what kills it. This section there, the hairpin and that sharp corner just slaughters this car because it doesn't have the traction in the low speed areas. But we are up 5 seconds, which would put us in the 1 minute 40s. Which is pretty darn good. So, let's just... How about we don't make any mistakes, don't make any unnecessary drifts, because although it is a drift car, it's actually not handling too bad. It's actually not as bad as I was fearing it would be for, well, being a Ken Block Hoonigan car. There we go. A 139.4. Oh, this is gonna be close. This is gonna be very close to that. It's gonna be very close to that Lancia. Whether or not it's gonna do, I have no idea. We are a little bit faster on the straightaway. We have one more lap after this one, because we are on the 4 laps to try and save some space for my poor computer. Files are getting a little too big for 5 laps. 4 laps does seem to do the trick. Yeah, we're reaching 162 down the straightaway. That's quite impressive. And we can actually get it stopped from the corner, which is quite impressive. I actually need to check, were we ahead on time or are we behind? I didn't check. I've been very focused. Come on, turn, there we go. Don't get... It's a very difficult balance between power and wheel spin. It's a very delicate balance, I should say. Not too difficult, but very delicate. We are up another 7/10 of a second. It's gonna be really close. Come on. Come on, little Escort. I'll have to say a little Lancia. It's a little Escort. You won the World Rally Championship several times against the Lancia Stratos. Can you defeat them once again? Can you defeat Lancia once again? It's all going to come down to this. Here we go. That felt like a good section, but feelings can be different than lap time. Come on. Power. Oh, it's within 100th of a second. The Lancia did like a 525. That's a 538. 536, sorry. We literally just have to shave off 100th of a second. If we do that, we beat the Lancia. Right now, it's the closest car, I think, ever to not beat the target time. Come on, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. We gotta brake later. We gotta not overdrive the car. We gotta get that throttle a bit earlier without spinning the wheels. Like that. Come on. Come on, no! We are up. We are up the amount of time that we need. Come on! Come on, Escort, you are... This is gonna be the closest one I think we've ever had in all my car build series, because we have had close shaves with other cars. We've tied other cars, in fact. But we never had a car come within less than 1/10 of a second of the leader. Of the target car. That is a first. Come on, no! Don't slide, come on! Get the power down, come on! Come on! Ah! No! A 138.536 is the best we could do. I think that is off by 0.00. No, it's off by 0.011 seconds. That is stupidly close. Holy cow. I believe the Lancia did a 138.525. And if it did that, that would be the closest finish we have ever had. Ever.
Alright.
But now we must see how the Hoonigan Escort does in a straight line. Has to try and go as fast as possible. The game reckons that is 213 miles an hour. And it is much slidier now for some reason. Don't know why, but yeah. Very slidey. Anyway, yeah, it's... I would have thought that 213 would be a little bit faster than that, but it is a bit boxy, the shape of this vehicle, and it is not too much power. What 680 something, 690, which I mean isn't bad. We're at 206, 207, but it better beat that stupid Arctic truck. The Toyota Arctic truck AT37 did a 213 mile an hour run. If it gets beaten by that, that'll be quite embarrassing. Come on. 210, 211, 2... I might have to... Yeah, I'm gonna rewind it, because I was buzzing the limiter, I think, for a very long time there. So I'm going to rewind it a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. Shift it up just to give it a fair shot. I didn't realize they were rubbling. Okay. Here we go. 211. Come on, 212. 212. Come on. 212. There we go. No, we're gonna get beaten by the Arctic truck. We got beaten by the Arctic truck. That's a little embarrassing. That's very embarrassing, actually. Ken Block is disappointed. Ken Block is very disappointed. Because this is 1 mile an hour slower than the Toyota AT37 Arctic truck. It's not that good of a speed, to be honest. It's really not. That is a little disappointing. I was expecting better from the Escort, I will be honest, than 212. I mean, 212 isn't a bad speed. I mean, we're talking about 200 miles an hour here. However, you know, for a purpose-built race car that has 700 horsepower, I would have thought it would have done a little bit better. But, there we go. I leave you with some donuts. And that is it for this episode of Forza Motorsport 7. I'll be back with more.